Well, on my screen, it froze on Luke Freeman's goal. On someone's goal, Kenner's goal. But on the YouTube stream that I can also see, it played the entire bugger. So here we are.
All good.
And everyone on Spotify doesn't give a fuck. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. This is the last day that it's really acceptable to wish people Happy New Year. So get it in now. Welcome back to Boropod. I'm Nate. I'm your, I was going to say auspicious leader, but I'm not sure either of those are accurate. So I'm just going to say I'm Nate. Hi. Pat's with us.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, First day back in the office today. Cleared the email backlog. There wasn't 18,000 pieces of work for me that needed doing immediately, so it was a better start to the year than I expected.
Good. I'm glad. Nick is also with us.
Hello. I'll go back tomorrow, so I'm on my last day of freedom.
So you've got the you've got the emails to clear tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is it just a case of mark all as read and archive?
Some of them, but I'm 99% sure I'm going back to loads of mandatory training, which is the worst thing I could possibly think of. So that's what I'm dreading the most. Is all of the you've expired on these 15,000 courses. Yeah,
fortunately, I only have to do our mandatory courses. Went down from 4 to 2 recently, so I've only got. I mean, I don't have to do them yet because they come up in like July, but we have money laundering and general compliance. Although today I did have to do. I'm starting a master's tomorrow. And I had to do a refresher course on sexual harassment and stuff. And I was like, that's off topic.
I have to do radicalization training.
Cool.
I'm an accountant.
To get radicalized. To become radicalized.
To identify if someone is being radicalized.
Cool.
So
that's fun.
Yeah, just in between spreadsheets.
Gestures vaguely at everything.
We had a provider for a little while. If you opened DevTools and had a look at the questions before they were answered, the class was correct -answer. So you didn't even have to try on any of the things. You could just keep it open and smash through. Not that I looked and cheated or anything. I mean, it's really fucking easy.
Allegedly.
It's really easy. There's no way you can fail them. Sitting there nice and quietly and patiently, Jim's back. Barakim. Hello,
my
mate.
sins. All right.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I had my first day back today as well, and everyone met my expectations.
What do you do?
Me, I'm in IT as well. I think everyone seems to be, except the accountant on the call, obviously. But funnily enough, I had a load of. Okay. I had my lot of compliance training and stuff to do today as well, and that's just killed me. And then I got a message from the grassroots football team that I coach for, saying that I've got to do my children welfare safeguarding
safeguarding course.
So brilliant, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm
already done with this
safeguarding. Year. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really quite. Well, I mean, obviously it's a dark subject anyway, but I have to be mentally in the right place to do it because it's just so miserable.
No, you're right. If you're right about that, you definitely have to be in the right place mentally to do it. I was in the wrong place physically. I had to do it in Watford. It's well annoying.
I'm in a bad place. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's talk about the things no one wants to talk about, shall we? Let's talk. Shall we? Instead of, I think last time we did this, we might have just sort of not gone game by game. We might have just sort of brushed over them all with a shitty stick. Let's do the same thing because, as far as I can work out, as far as I can see, the pitfalls have largely across 3 games, maybe not so much Cardiff, but 3 games have been largely the same. So it's better just to talk about it as a whole, try and figure it out as a whole, use this as a nice big group therapy session, and we don't have to hang ourselves at the end of it
for free. Brilliant.
For free, yeah. This is
Definitely
free
against YouTube
therapy.
server, by the way.
Free therapy for everybody else while I just sit here and cry. So very quickly, just to recap, we are talking about AFC Wimbledon 0, Stevenage 0. We're talking about Cardiff City 2, Stevenage 1, and we are talking about Stevenage 1, Plymouth Argyle 1.
I'd completely ingrained AFC Wimbledon out of my mind, to be honest. I'd forgotten that even happened.
So the first thing I want to talk about is something to do with AFC Wimbledon. Nick.
Hey.
You
could have been there.
Motherfucker.
It could have been there.
You let me enter the state. I've been well excited about trying this souvlaki for weeks. You let me think it was in the fucking away end.
I never said where it was.
Well, you never said it fucking wasn't.
I'm pretty sure I said.
And you only started chatting about it at half time. So any normal human being would go, yeah, he's clearly in the away end at half time, gone and found souvlaki, munched that down, and gone and ranted about it for the next 2 weeks.
It was a Virtue Trophy game, so I don't think they cared about segregation.
No.
But I don't know if you had access to the fan zone, in all honesty.
I didn't fucking look.
But even...
It's like Birmingham all over again.
I mean, I don't know what entrance you went in, because this was my first time... Well,
Funny
when
enough,
I went, it was my first time.
I went in the away end.
Yeah, but the first time I went for the Virtue game, they changed the entrance we went into, which meant we had access to the fan zone from inside the ground.
Yeah, we didn't. We were tucked in the corner.
No, tucked in the corner on the opposite side of the ground to the fan zone.
So where there was the smoke and it looked like something was on fire, that's where the souvlaki was.
Fuck. I was devastated. I took my father-in-law, who is a big fan of that style food, and he did not shut up about it for the next hour and a bit drive back to Portsmouth and then the boat back over the water. I was just like, fuck's sake.
I mean,
thanks.
I'm fairly sure it was there. So
and then we were like, let's just have some fish and chips. Found a chippy not far away from the ferry terminal. We were like, this is class. And I went, oh, hang on. We've made incredible time. We might make the boat that's an hour earlier. And he went, yeah, do it. Ooh. Got back to the island, and obviously the island being the island, nothing on Boxing Day was open. So we got home and I was like, looks like I'm cooking then. Everything about Boxing Day was shit, Nick. And basically I blame you. So thanks, mate.
I mean, if it's any consolation, it was lovely souvlaki when I had it.
Oh.
Worse.
Right. You pricks. Talk about AFC Wimbledon. I'm going to fix something for the quiz that's coming up.
Pat, I trust you might even have the lineup up, because I forgot the game happened.
I was looking up where to buy
have the lineup
on the Isle of Wight.
I do have the lineup. Hang on. It was Marshall in goal. We played 4-4-ish, 1-1. So Marshall, James Wooden, Good, Pidge, Freestone, Malcolm, Thompson, White, Patterson, Phillips, Reed.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's your lineup, you motherfucker.
Because Malcolm played off the right, didn't he? Yes.
Correct.
I watched it on telly. I didn't go, and I'm so glad I did that, because it was an absolute bore fest of a game. I don't even remember much happening.
Not a lot really did. We went along because it's a tick that we didn't have yet, and the one thing that I remember more than anything about that trip was somehow it was a good 30 degrees colder in that corner in the stand than it was walking around outside the ground. I don't know how they've achieved it, but they've managed to create a little microclimate in that stadium that's sodding freezing.
It was unreal, wasn't it? My father-in-law, who doesn't feel weather, ex-postie, permanently in shorts, even he went, oh, my knees are a bit cold. I was like, fucking hell. You definitely know it's cold. His knees are cold.
You could hear the wind whistling in on the BBC Three Counties microphones, which you always can, to be fair. They are sensitive to that. But yeah, Stephen Dean weren't happy.
Yeah, I vaguely remember watching the game and thinking, right, last time we played at their place, Phoenix absolutely tore them a new one. I think he scored one, maybe even two, and was involved in another two goals in the Virtue game. And I was like, right, they're going to just mark him out of the game, which means we're going to have to rely on other players to have some sort of spark to create anything. I think Malcolm was the only one where I walked away and went, he's actually not too bad in comparison to what we've seen from him previously. But beyond that, it was the same old, really, wasn't it?
It was nice to see Kemp come back on, but
yeah,
that was too little too late by that point.
Yeah, it was a fairly even game.
Yeah.
And away from home, more shots, more corners. They were the side closest to earning all 3 points, but I think a point was a fair result. And when you're going away from home to a side lower than you in the division, you maybe hope for a little bit more. The disappointing thing is the lack of cutting edge, the lack of forcing difficult saves in the game, and both sides will feel like that, I think.
I mean, I look at their results building up to that game. They lost 1-0 to Exeter away. They drew with Mansfield at home. They lost 3-1 away to Northampton before then we came along. And then since then, they've lost to Exeter again, but at their own place. Beaten Orient, which seems to be not too difficult at the moment, and lost to Wickham yesterday. So they've very much fallen off a bit. And I think we seem to have this common theme of watching games and going, probably a bit of a missed opportunity, that one. And that was another one where, like, you walk away going, they're not a good side. We should be pound for pound better than them and be fairly comfortable in a game against them. And we still walk away not with maximum points. And it's a bit frustrating when that happens. We're still unbeaten in I don't know how many, but minus Cardiff now. But it just feels like we're always waiting for that final bit and it just never comes.
Yeah.
It felt, I don't know whether it felt similar to the start of the most recent game, but it felt quite slow and ponderous in the build-up. They weren't getting it out to those wide players quickly enough to cause problems and just allowing defenses to get reset against them, which just makes it go round in horseshoes and then long and aimless and dissipated a lot of the time.
That seems to be a common theme in Revs' interviews after games like that is we started too slowly. And we always seem to come out of the second half suddenly looking like a different team. We always talk about our second half performance being better than the first. It's just it's one of those ones where you're just like, why aren't we doing it from minute one? Or why aren't we able to show that kind of energy in the first half? We're clearly not being set up that way because Revs is mentioning it in his pre-match that it's not what he wanted us to do. So why are we so slow off the mark in especially in those games when teams are defending a lot more? They are looking to sit that back a little bit and just see what we do with the ball first. And we almost try and just come down to that level and that pace and just see if we can slowly build something up rather than go for it and potentially be vulnerable in a counter attack. We're quite happy to sit out and 0-0 for the first half and then see what we can do in the second.
I think that just sets you out to, it's so I don't want to say negative because it just feels like that. It isn't, something's got to be wrong with the way we're starting games, because you're right, we're setting up to start fast but not starting fast. But it just feels like you're so negative in that first period that it sets the tone for everyone. If I'd known what was coming after the Wimbledon game, I'd have probably been more grumpy about it. But I left there thinking it was an okay point. And then having seen similar sort of boring football since then, I'm starting to just dread going. I was chuffed that yesterday's game got called off. Just damn chuffed.
I just don't understand. Like, I watch us and I see us just not doing really basic, obvious things correctly. Like, there's obvious passes down the channels. There's obviously spaces for players to move into, and it's not happening. And I sit there looking at it going, Revs can't possibly be setting us up to do all this. So why are the players like surely Revs is saying, he wants his forward players to find space. He wants the ball passed into players that have space or into space in front of a player to run onto. So why isn't it happening?
We're so slow at some of the basics, though. I mean, the biggest boon for me over the last few games is the fact that Dan Kemp is back, because he's an absolute terrier. He doesn't give the opponent defence any time on the ball at all. He just goes charging at them and is a pain in their arse. And, I'm struggling to think of anyone else that's got, like up front at least, anyone else that's got that sort of real positive mindset to go at players. You just see so many defences and goalies and stuff set up against us and have the ball for an hour before we go and close it or push it. Yeah. They're failing to get me out of my seat at the moment. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But again, he's too deep. He's not going to go and close, if they're playing out from the back, he's not going to go and close them. He'll go and push maybe their defensive midfield. But it's a hard watch when we're so slow and pedestrian.
I think Kemp missing is a big. It's opened my eyes a little bit in terms of Roberts was also out at the same time, which in most cases wouldn't be the case. It's like very rare they're going to both be out at the same time, and that's where in the 10 spot we really missed having one of them available to sit in that space, because actually I see a lot about Reed's effectiveness or lack of in games, and actually when you're playing a midfield three of, in some cases I think it was at Plymouth, it was Houghton as the base and then White and Phillips in front, or with Louis in there, but it is a little bit on that conservative side. You haven't got someone that's willing to get up the pitch and stay up the pitch and link up play a little bit more, and when you haven't got a Kemp or a Roberts to turn to for that, naturally I think we do fall into that trap of being slow in build up and looking for the easy side passes or something like that, and actually then our front three get completely isolated and basically marked out of the game. And so we do look slow, we do look lethargic, and we look like we're run out of ideas. The minute Kemp comes onto a football pitch, he's all over the place. He'll be on your left wing, your right wing. He'll press with Reed in a 2 out of possession. He'll do all of that work that natural centre mids just don't do.
That sums up 3 games.
That might be something we have to look at in January, because although Roberts and Kemp are back, it's very easy for one or two of them, or both of them, to be out again. And actually, is there a rotation thing there as well with Kemp? He hasn't been his best Dan Kemp this season. I think we can all agree on that compared to last year. But having something a little bit different that means you're not having to sacrifice taking Roberts off the right wing, or put in, or how you do that, it feels like there's a rotation option there for January. A young Premier League loanee who's jumping at the bit for a bit of senior football, off the bench of half an hour in games or start in certain games, it gives you another option and another dynamic.
I wish the club would be open and honest with us on injuries and stuff, because obviously, we're rotating players. It's a busy period. You get so many games in such a short space of time, and players do pick up knocks and stuff. But when Kemp, for instance, got injured, I think it was before the Cardiff game at home, was it? And you get the team sheet and there's no Kemp on it, and you're like, oh Christ. And you hear he took a knock in training. He was out for bloody weeks after that.
Yeah.
A knock in training is you're back a game and a half later. So yeah, I mean, talking about midfielders and chomping at the bit and stuff. About Doherty, he's been good. Where's he gone? He just dropped out of the team sheet straight away.
I think with Doco, it's one that you have to manage really, really gradually.
I do agree.
A massive problem with modern football is that players are coming through at 16, 17, 18 years old and are technically miles ahead of players that were coming through 20 or 30 years ago.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's the answer.
So much game time before 21, 22 years old.
Burnt out by 28.
They say like men are still like quite heavily developing up until 24, 25 or something these days. Like if you played 400 games of football by the time you're 24, that's a lot of mileage on your legs that while you're still developing it's not a good mix. And you're right, you do see players burn out in some cases 10 years before they may have done. I mean I don't particularly like the bloke, but he was very, very good. But look at Jack Grealish. How many games did he play early on? I mean, no, they weren't all at the very top level, right? Like he was playing for Notts County, and when Simon Heslop tried to kill him, and things like that. But he's got fucking mileage on those legs that players in the early Premier League years didn't have until they were 36, 37. It's a problem. You've really got to manage the integration of these players. But at the same time, we probably don't want to manage it too much because we want to sell him for money, don't we? So.
Well, that's what I was potentially going to hint at is it that we don't want to risk him going into these games and potentially picking up an injury when there's sell-on clauses worth upwards of $1 million if he makes it in the game available at this stage, and it does take an injury like that, doesn't it?
Imagine we've got scouts from Premier League clubs in the ground when he does his ACL. It's happened, doesn't it? It's happened to players.
Just running there with the paperwork just before they realise he's gone down.
Yeah. No, he's all right. We just took him off as a precaution, honest.
But no, I mean, that's the tricky thing as a club like us is we want to hold on to these young players. We want to integrate them. I mean, I think Wallace said it in one of his chairman forums, might be start of this season, if not back end of last season, that it was that whole cliche if you don't win things with kids. And I think he's very mindful of how many youth players we bring through at the same time and how many minutes they get, partly because that season of 1920 where we did have like Arthur Ironton and Jack Smith as our midfield options, and it was really poor. And I think he's very conscious of that, but equally sorry, didn't mean to make you feel sick, mate. But equally the money available for these young players is worth a lot more to us than the extra 5 appearances they might make. What was the game after? Cardiff,
yeah.
What a
city,
where
we went and played Haramble.
What a city. That's all I'm going to add.
Didn't get to see enough of it. Enjoyed the bit I did see.
Yeah.
It's a lovely place.
I weirdly enjoyed Cardiff, like the game as well.
Yeah, same.
Like for a game where we didn't have much possession, compared to the reverse fixture, which was absolute agony to watch.
Look, you say for a game that we didn't have much possession. I think we had about 22% against Aston Villa, but that was fantastic.
Well, yeah. But it just Cardiff. Bearing in mind, there's 2 decisions made in the game that we have since been apologised to for. You could argue it's a missed opportunity game, but actually, you know what? I'm kind of sitting there going.
We described it as a free hit early on, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a free hit. No one expects us to go and get a point there. If we do, great. If we don't, we didn't expect to. A club of our size, there are plenty of games away from home that you go, we won't get anything here. So absolutely anything, including a performance, it's fine. And
I was talking to someone as we walked out the ground. It was like, how often have we had a moment going 1-0 up away to a big side like that? Like that Phoenix goal, it could have ended 5-1. We could have lost 5-1. I still would have been walking away going, great day out. That goal and how the away crowd reacted to it and how got everyone up.
Quiet that stadium went.
It was so good. It was so good.
Like how quiet that stadium went for the 95 seconds it took them to equalise.
But they were still quiet. Like for a team as big as Cardiff and the fan base being what they are always kind of marked as.
What was the attendance?
I don't know what the overall
19 was. something, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had about
19,678.
Like, apart from when they scored, nothing. Absolutely nothing from the home end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was we actually had some chances on the break. We had a few shots. We had some corners. It was great.
It was annoying the way the goals went in as well, because other than those two, one deflecting. Oh, sorry, the guy does get on the end of it, but one also where it's just bobbled around in the area. Other than that, Pidge and Good cleaned out everything the whole game. Just anything that came into that area, they were getting rid of. And they looked so good, so solid. And then 2 balls ups, and it was like, Christ, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
no goal and offside.
Yeah. And the disallowed goal was.
Oh,
I couldn't comprehend. I assumed he'd given a handball on Pidge or something along those lines, because there was nothing else in that box that you looked at.
So early as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great finish by Pidge.
It was a collector's item. How many of those does he score?
Yeah.
I mean, the angle Roberto Carlos would have been proud of,
it was
wouldn't
brilliant.
Yeah.
Look, Cardiff fans were saying we were playing Harambal, or it was terrorist football. I was like,
I'm a big fan of the phrase Harambal, by the way. It is fucking magnificent.
I mean, I've seen after that night, when there was a lot of them being quite antsy about it, there was a few the following day that were very much like, look, we were doing exactly the same in the Championship not long ago. Like they respect that that's sometimes what you got to do when you go away to a place to a team that's much bigger than you.
Any team that doesn't acknowledge that is fucking horrendous. Like, just need sorting out, don't they?
Yeah.
We only had 433 touches of the ball against Cardiff. If you have a chance, go and have a look at the heat map of our touches against Cardiff, because it's quite normally, you see nice big expansive shapes with patches of red. It's not a lot of it's not as widespread as you would normally expect, let's say.
All in the box, and then maybe a little bit down the wide areas is what I imagine it.
Just down the right wing, nothing on the left. But it's not surprising Bez was playing on the left, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I'm not joking. Absolutely nothing down the left. And actually, if you just have a look at Labala's heat map, just the odd little pinprick of blue, like all over the pitch, like
that did feel like such a weird selection.
Almost every touch he had was inside of the left-hand side of the 6-yard box, which is incredible for a left winger, isn't it? Nothing else. There was nothing outside of the penalty area on that left wing.
It was such a weird selection for a setup where ultimately we're going to be counter-attacking. That's how we're going to attack. Labala is not the fastest. He's not exactly.
Yeah, I try to really avoid criticizing him too much. I know I don't do a very good job of it.
He got an assist, so we'll give him that.
I just don't. Yeah, he's quite a good assist as well, actually. But I just don't like. It's the only thing he's really done in a Stevenage shirt, because you can't count the Virtue Trophy playing against children. What does he do to justify starting games? Being on the bench, even being in the squad. He must tear Luther a new one every single training session, because I just don't know what he's doing, because he doesn't fucking do it on the pitch.
Well, he wasn't in the squad for Plymouth.
That was nice, wasn't
it?
That was nice seeing the lineup and everybody going celebrating, and then just like Farley on Twitter crying. Or something.
Yeah, so maybe that's a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
Or
how many lives has he got?
429 by current count.
I mean, I wouldn't. Let's be honest. I wouldn't put it past some League Two clubs to have shown some level of interest in him. To be honest,
I would be surprised.
I mean, he's League Two level. I compare very similar to when we saw List play last season. I think List was better than Bez. by the way.
List looked like he was going to score once in 19 games. Do you know what I mean?
We still looked at List and went, he's probably a League Two player.
Yeah, which is why we gave him to Northampton.
Well, and then Northampton went and gave him a 3-year contract, whatever it was in League One, which he's doing all right at, to be fair to him. But
but they're not, are they?
They're not doing great.
No, Bobbins.
But yeah, that was a weird selection. But the way we set up in that first half, I thought was fantastic. We basically just said to their wide players, you can either try and take on Lewis Freestone or Luther, or you can try and cross it into Charlie Gooden pitch. Either way, you're a bit fucked. And it worked for probably, over an hour, really, beyond them scoring that goal, which was the ball came in and it pinballed around a bit. It's the one time that a ball into the box caused us.
What game are we talking about? That could be Cardiff or Plymouth, couldn't it?
Cardiff. Yeah, true.
The first half against Plymouth was I'm done with Cardiff, so fuck it off.
Great German bar. That's all I want to add.
Okay. The first, that's actually some nice information for the future, isn't it? In case they don't go up. The first half against Plymouth, exactly the same as Wimbledon, wasn't it? Exactly the same. Both teams who aren't very good, not really having a go at each other.
Yeah. No saves.
And it's baffling.
One deflected shot off the bar from them. They were marginally the better side, I thought, but not better enough to force a save, which stand at lower mid-table League One fare.
I think that's. I was going to say that I think that's unfair to us. I don't think that's unfair to us. I think that's overly fair to them. There is a distinction between the two. I think both teams were absolutely pony.
They really were. It just goes. How can we go from the performance against Cardiff to that turgid crap? It's what Nick was saying about starting quick. We started so much faster against Cardiff. What on earth gets said to them before they go out there?
I think one of the problems was starting White, Houghton, and Phillips together into the midfield and starting Jovan Malcolm, which I couldn't understand why he was given a run out because Plymouth down that left side, Mwamba and Sorinola was okay, like he handled Malcolm, but Mwamba's absolute shite and Pepple people, whatever his fucking name is, he was an absolute donut. Like when he just awful, absolutely awful. Like at one point, I was trying to think of something funny to tweet about him, and I had something, and I stopped myself tweeting about it because I was like, I might get abused for tweeting this about him. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't overly horrible. It was just, it may be a bit harsh. But he's just got like, I don't know what he's doing on the football field. I honestly don't.
The team isn't even awful though. When you look through their team, like Tollage is probably one of the best forwards in the league.
Yep.
You've got Wiradou, who was Fleetwood's captain and was tipped to do very good things in League One. And
he was shite when he
season. Yeah. I mean, they've got
Boating was good.
About it.
Yeah. Boating was good. Edwards was all right. Mitchell.
Edwards was very solid.
Mitchell was good. I mean, their goalkeeper was sort of had nothing to do really.
He made 2 saves in
the
game.
He kicked it in the stands a lot. That's about what he did.
He did kick it in the stands a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably should have been subbed off.
For me was Sweeney going on a Darius Charles, one of the few forays forward we actually had that had any incision. And he got to like halfway inside their half, and then no one ahead of him was moving anywhere useful. So he just kind of did the I've got no options gesture, and it ended up back with someone doing nothing. And it's like, if he's got all the way into the middle of their half, how has he not got a through ball? Come on.
Yeah.
He's got a draw player too, makes mistakes.
It was one of Reed's quietest performances. I don't want to say bad, because I think he's played worse. I don't think he was really involved, was he?
He had 19 touches and 2 of them were in the opposition box.
I mean, he played 90. He didn't play 90 minutes, did he? He played 74. 19 touches in 74 minutes is really bad. I know he's isolated, and Ross and Mitchell had fairly good games. We didn't play to his strengths. We didn't really play to help him, but 9 touches is not enough.
Well, I mean, if you look at the game before, again, going back to Cardiff, where he receives the ball in, what was it, just outside the 6-yard box and takes a wild swing at it, he's looking He's looking slow. He's looking like his confidence has disappeared. He's just not looking like the Reed from the beginning of the season.
No, he's not. His first touch on whatever fucking Thursday. Horrible day to play game of football, isn't it? His first touch on Thursday was just nowhere, was it?
Yeah, it was
every
wretched.
time it came into his foot, just gone immediately. I'm pretty sure Plymouth players could have given him 10 yards and still won the ball off of him. It's just,
it's.
I feel for him because he needs that confidence.
I feel like we're at a
He's not got it at the
crossroads.
moment.
I feel like we're at a crossroads with Reed in terms of, right, if we're going to play that way where we want someone up front who's going to hold the ball up and bring people into play, then Reed's not your number 9. He's not. But if you want to play wide, get the pitch, stretch the pitch, get down the wings, get to the byline, cut it back, and want someone that's going to be in and around the 6-yard box every single time and will score 1 out of every 3 chances, then Reed is your number 9. But we can't keep doing this. We do that for 3 weeks and then we start playing differently, and then we say, "Oh, Reed isn't the 9 we need." It's like, no, we're not playing to Reed's strengths. If you
100%.
want to score goals, you need to get a striker that you're going to play to how they perform best, and we're not doing that, and therefore Reed's not getting the rewards of it.
Yeah, completely.
And you
agree.
almost have to play to Reed's strengths because we basically don't have any other striking options right now. So, what are you going to do?
Especially after Young rolled his ankle as well.
Yeah, I mean, the aside from the goal, which was a nice passing move down the left, which got us a bit of space to whip the ball in. Luther got lucky with a bit of a sort of a bobble around his first touch, which put it onto his left, which I think was probably
meant every bit of it.
I think it's fair to say it was a poor bit of control. He just happened to have the time to set himself and whack it in, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a great ball by Phoenix. Great ball.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only thing worth getting excited about for the entire 90 minutes was Jake Young absolutely making. I don't think it was Edwards down that side at that point, was it? I think he'd already been subbed off. It was. I'm gonna say, no, Sucks.
Oh yeah, when they went to the 3.
Whoever it was, I don't care who it was.
Shooks.
I prefer Sucks. Because that's what he did. He got absolutely turned inside out by Young, who then took an extra touch, and we were like, okay, it's fine. It's carried him into the box now. And then instead of squaring it, took an extra touch.
Yeah.
And it sort of just harmlessly found its way into the goalkeeper's hands. I nearly left the ground at that point. I was apoplectic. I still don't really know how to talk about that without being angry.
The only way I can...
decision making across the board, though, isn't it? That probably epitomised a lot of Thursday.
But our forward options, like, they scream of lack of. I mean, that is prime. A player that's not played at all for ages.
So many
gets
touches.
a chance and he's panicking.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing. It's not natural. He's not going into the box going, I know exactly how I'm going to finish this chance. He panics and he fluffs it. And
the Jake Young at Swindon buries that, right?
Yeah. And I think that's half the problem with when we don't see these players play like a minute. So it's his 15-minute run out, and it's like, if you've not played any games, it's not like we have a reserve squad that plays games behind closed doors to keep players match fit. Like, that's just you come on 15 minutes, you've got to do something in 15 minutes, and you're not playing for 3 weeks. And the pressure on someone like Young, and for all Young gets tagged with lazy or anything like that, it's a myth when you watch him play now, because the guy will run from the middle of the D to the corner flag to get a ball if he needs to, and he did it against Plymouth even after rolling his ankle.
Yeah, he will. I don't like it's a similar one with Bez, isn't it? Like, I don't think I've ever seen on the field a lack of industry from Young. It's been a lack of quality. Now I hear, we hear things from the training ground that supposedly he's not a great trainer. Revs doesn't like him for whatever reason, whether it's attitude, whether it's his lack of effort in training, but certainly on the pitch, I think the effort's there. But like a lot of them, it's a confidence thing, and there's not much confidence in him at the moment, and it's affecting his ability to perform.
When I've seen Bez getting as many minutes as he has, and I've just been sitting there going, if Jake Young got a run of 3 games, I reckon he scores a goal at least.
If Jake Young had, I mean, right, so I happen to be looking at the season stats right now. Any guesses for how many minutes Jake Young's played?
I wouldn't say it's any more than maybe in the league.
In the league,
not even an hour in total.
Yeah.
I'd maybe say 50 minutes.
68 minutes across 6 games. Yeah. Bez has 673 minutes, so very close to being 10 times the minutes.
I don't get it.
There's just no justice there, is there? Bez has scored 1 goal. No, he hasn't. Sorry, he's got 1 assist in that time and 1 yellow card. That's all he's contributed to our season. One assist or 1 yellow card.
Bear in mind that assist was Cardiff, which realistically Phoenix's finish was the goal.
Yeah. Is that an assist?
I've always, like, if a player has had 7 or 8 touches between when they receive the ball and when they put it in the net, you can wipe out the assist.
Yeah.
An assist should only be if it's 2 or 3 touches before the one that scores.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised in the slightest if Jake Young left us in January, went to a League 2 side, had a really good year and a half, and ended up being one of the best strikers in League 1 in the next 3 years. I would be absolutely not surprised.
You'll go to Gillingham or Walsall in January.
Yeah,
he'll score 8 goals between now and the end of the season, which will see them up, and then he'll score 2 goals in his return to the Broadway.
But yeah, I completely understand and actually agree with that whole you got to earn your place. But when you've got players that are there not performing
their places and still playing,
it's like is it purely training that matters these days, or do your match performances not matter? Because you look at that and you go, Jake Young should be getting more than 68 minutes in a league season before.
Do you reckon Bez has got like an unpicked, like an unused substitute clause, which is like double his weekly wage? And that's why we keep paying.
I sure hope
we can't afford to not pay him.
I sure hope not. But yeah, look, I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. But
no,
it's the what if that always lingers around Stevish players that barely see any minutes, but have been really hotly tipped before they come to us. Lewis Orford.
I'm just miffed that we've been denied the Kemp and Young double act that everyone was banging on about.
They were electric. They were electric together at Swindon.
Yeah.
I have thought about this recently because I've always spoken about the whole Kemp and Roberts as 10s, and I've always thought Roberts is a 10. He can play off the right, and he's better on the right than Kemp is. But Jordan Roberts is a number 10 behind the striker. And if you think of the link-ups that him and Reedy have had in the past, like, if you could somehow...
But even under Evans, he always played out right. Well, 9 times out of 10, he played out right.
He came in a lot, and it was often
with the right players, though.
Yeah.
Now we've got Kevin Patterson.
So I've always thought, like, you've got Youngie and Kemp that have had really good connections when they're at Swindon. They're best mates. They probably know each other like the back of each other's hands. It's probably the same for Reed and Roberts. They're best mates. They've played together for God knows how many years now with us. Like, if you could put those 2 pairs into a squad up front, surely you get some really good link-ups. Like, they know each other so well that when we've seen the occasion when a Hadme's come on, for example, and they just don't look linked. One runs one way, then it gets played short, or someone comes short and it gets pinged in behind. Like, it feels like you wouldn't get that with those kind of pairings that have proven that they can play together. Yeah. And we've never done that. We've never really played those connections in the way that they've been shown at previous clubs or in previous seasons. And that always interests me about what's happening on the training pitch, to mean that we've never really tried it.
Who knows?
But hey ho.
Maybe even Revs doesn't. I don't know. Right. We've done 45 minutes on that absolute waffle. So let's do a quiz.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
We're playing Pointless. So the lower the answer, the better. We are looking for EFL goal scorers. Okay. They have to have played at least 1 minute to count. Okay.
It's just Stevenage.
Just Stevenage. Because otherwise the list is like 7,000 players
That's
long.
what I was going to say. I could pick out some great names.
So, Mr. Confident, Nick, you're up first.
Okay, so they have to have played a minute.
Stevenage players that have played at least 1 minute during our time in the EFL.
The loans count.
You want, if they played, they count. You want the lowest number of goals scored.
Okay.
The idea is to finish with the fewest points possible.
Okay. Answer 1 is Elijah Adebayo.
Yeah, it's a very good answer. It's pointless.
I hope we don't count his goals at Luton, though.
No. Jim, you're up.
Simon Heslop, as you mentioned him earlier.
Cool. That's again, it's a very good answer. He got 1 goal.
Oh.
I'm just going to put it out there, just in case one of you knobheads decides to do it, and I haven't said it already. Goalkeepers don't count.
Oh,
that was going to be Pat's first one.
Urinen.
Son of a bit.
Yeah, bugger.
I mean, why would you choose Urinen when the idea is to get 0 when 3 other goalkeepers?
Chris Day, then, yeah. Chris Day got an assist off of Grant Basie's head.
Go on then, Pat.
Well, let's go Andy Bond because he was pish.
Andrew Bond. Excellent. It's very nice. It's 20 appearances and 0 goals. I'm not happy about this. You're all doing far too well. Nick?
Lewis Orford.
Yeah, one appearance, 0. 1 appearance, 0. I should have put a caveat. I should have put like a minimum of...
You should have had 1 as the lowest score and 0 scores you 100 to put the jeopardy in it.
But I will say, this will be hilarious because literally in a group chat the other day, we were talking about the worst players to ever put a Borough shirt on.
Right,
so I've got loads of names in my head.
Right, well, Nick, you're going to have to pick again because I've removed everybody that hasn't played 25 times.
What?
Oh.
Because you pricked a game in the system. So
fine. Terence Van Kooten.
Good. That's
going to be low.
176 appearances and 2 goals. That's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. That's a good answer. Going, Lewis Orford, who only played once. Fuck you. Jim.
Ronnie Henry.
Ooh.
Excellent. 230 appearances, 0 goals.
Oh, I forgot he hadn't scored for us.
Well, I'm sure about the goals. I'm not sure about the appearances. Let's go Jack Jebb.
What?
Jack Jebb didn't play 25 times for us.
Oh.
Fuck.
So that's hang on, that's 100, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm just forgetting how the game works. Don't worry. Nick.
Mark Hughes.
Boo!
Didn't play 25 times.
What? Did he not?
Not according to this. Hang on.
Oh.
I do have the full list.
Surely Mark Hughes did. He was our Stovall centre-back.
20 times.
Oh, that's piss take.
Oh. Ouch.
Jim.
Jack King.
68 appearances, 3 goals.
3, bloody hell, that's more than I thought.
He was the one I was going to say. I was going, no, surely Mark Hughes played more than Jack King.
Oh, absolutely not.
Nah, Jack King played a bunch that season, didn't he?
Yeah. Patrick.
Marcus Haber.
Ugh.
Oh, he's going for a striker.
Purple Swag played 45 times and scored 7 goals.
God, as many as 7.
Well, yeah, it's truly woeful, isn't it? Nicolas.
Ooh, John Ashton.
Oh, you bugger.
John Ashton, 146 appearances, 2 goals. Jim.
Laurie Wilson. He got a couple.
88 appearances, 10 goals.
10.
10.
That many.
Don't worry, Jim. At the moment, you're winning
both
by
on 100,
90 points. So you're gold, all right. Patrick.
Just avoid the ones who didn't play enough games. Darren Murphy.
Darren Murphy did not play 25 times in the Football League for Stevenage.
Oh, because he's.
I nearly did the same as you, Pat. I started thinking of all loads of conference players. That
two more rounds. Nick, go.
Right. Who did we have? I don't think Jamie McCoon would have played enough games, so I'm not going to say him. I'm going to go with Ben Coker.
Oh, good shot.
Benjamin Coker, 74 games, 1 goal.
And it was that shit free kick as well that went through the wall.
It went through the wall. Didn't go under the wall, even. Jim.
I'm going to go for our first EFL scorer, Peter Vincenti.
What boy?
Didn't play 25 times in the Football League for us.
What?
No.
Wow.
That really has put the cat among the pigeons. I'm delighted you've done it. You've taken one for the team.
Right. We love you, Jim.
How many did he play?
1 second. I have to go to the other sheet.
There must have been a lot of sub appearances.
It's all irrelevant. He only played 5 times in the Football League for us.
Behave. Oh, I'm shook. I'm shook.
I'm shook. Patrick.
Nathan Thompson.
Natty Toms. 41 times he played. 0 goals, Pat.
Oh,
you got a golden answer, my son. Doesn't matter because you're 102 points behind. 97 points. My maths is great.
Did Pat get two 100 answers?
He got 2 100 answers.
Oh,
right, final round.
Murphy was the second.
Nicholas.
Did he play many games in the EFL for us?
No.
Stacey Long.
Stacey Long, 52 games, 3 goals.
I'll take that.
It's a good answer. Jimothy.
I'm struggling here because I'm wondering whether he actually had 25 games or not.
I love the twist of 25 games.
This is one where I'm right on the cusp because I remember that there was a rumour that he had a clause that if he paid an extra one, we'd have to pay money on him. I'm going to go for James Dunn.
I was going to say, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it was 49, not 50, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He played 55 games.
Right.
Oh.
He scored 5 goals.
5. Okay. It's more than I thought.
And Patrick, to bring us home.
Well, let's go for Dino's favourite, Emmanuel Sanupe.
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Sanupe, 41 games, 4 goals. The final scores are with 211, Patrick Jackson. with 119. It's Jim. That means Nicholas, you have won with 108 points.
And you didn't even let me bring out Ben Falami.
Who? What?
Ben Falami.
I think he made an appearance for us.
Just gonna go through some of the pointless answers. Obviously, Jim, you got Ronnie.
Lee Hills.
You could have had Dan Phillips.
Oh,
cool. Of course. Bloody hell.
David
Only
Gray.
if you're brave.
David Gray, who loved to tear up.
Oh.
Anthony Grant.
Oh,
Obviously,
I didn't think he played enough for us, so I left him off.
41 games, same as Nathan Thompson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who obviously was also pointless, who Pat got. You can also have Jack Smith, Joe Fryer, Remio Hutton, Raymond Vincelot, Luke Jones, Chris Stokes, Bonzangala, and Saxon Early. Saxon Early, I'm not convinced. I think he scored a goal for us in League Two, just one.
He did.
The ball got driven across from the right, didn't it?
He did, yes.
It in at the far post.
Correct.
Thank you, FB Ref, you nonsense. That's probably a little harsh.
Yeah. One goal in the EFL Cup.
So it was the EFL Cup. Okay, so no, I take that insult back.
It's quite an insult to take back.
You're good. You're good. I apologise. You are very good, which is why I come to you.
They will be thrilled to hear that retraction.
The retraction was made. We're all good. Kids, if you're allowed to listen, don't go looking up that word. You won't thank me. Right. Next Saturday.
Yep. 12:30 kickoff.
Is it 12:30 kickoff? It is a 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah,
Saturday the 10th of January. Away to
them.
Luton Town away.
I'm just looking forward to Ben Kennedy's tweet already.
He always just pops up at random moments, doesn't he? I love it.
He really does, yeah.
We're currently 2 points ahead of them in the table. We've got 1 win, 2 losses, 3 draws in the last 6. They've got 2 draws, 2 losses, and 2 wins in the last 6. So they've caught us just a smidge. They've had some very good wins. Beat Wickham 4-0, Orient 3-0. They did lose 3-2 to Reading, who, by the way, are on fire. They've lost to Exeter. They drew with Port Vale. So it's not all sunny, is it? But the only thing we've got going for us is that we're better away from home than we are at home. So maybe we'll go there and ruin their day.
Well, our last home win was Luton.
Was Luton, wasn't it? Yeah. In the head-to-head recent fixtures, obviously we've got the 2-0 victory. We played them in the EFL van pizza car thing and beat them on penalties, didn't we, after a 2-2 draw. They obviously did us 7-1 some time ago. Same season, we also drew 1-1 with them. We do apparently actually have 4 wins out of 6 against them. They've only beaten us once.
Okay.
So take that, you orange wankers.
Yeah, you never really know what Luton turns up to games at the moment.
And we're still defensively sound. So let's be positive. I was saying ages ago, win your home games, don't lose your away games. And I'm still on I'll be happy with not losing this away game.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll take 0-0 right now.
Because
I'm not going.
I think it's just it's just another one that as long as we perform well, I'm not even necessarily sure that I'd be all that asked if we lose. as long as the performance is competitive. If you lose a hard-fought game and you can walk away with your head held high, regardless, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you walk away having spoiled their day, even if you perform poorly, if you come away with 3 points, laughing your ass off that they're really upset, that's almost as good as absolutely battering them, isn't it? Might be better than battering them.
I think it's better. Yeah, I think it's better.
The more cries of terrorism football and haram football that we get from them, the better, I think.
Yeah, Kenilworth Road. Best thing you can do is wind them up, really, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Do we need to talk about it? Nope. Anything else to say about it, really?
Not really, I don't think.
Pat?
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Charlie Good, because he was missing against Plymouth, having played the previous game, and him and Pidge are our best starting 2 centre-backs. Yep. I think that's pretty much without a doubt. So either he's back and he is an integral part of the second half of this season, or what? I'd like to know what's going on there. How worried should we be?
We can absolutely say without a shadow of a doubt that the rumours that a certain journalist was pushing around the club is absolute horseshit. He's not
that journalist.
Sorry?
I said, was that journalist?
Yeah, he very much was journalist in inverted commas. In quote marks, yes, that's the person chatting absolute dog. There were some fun results around the league this weekend. Let's just go back and have a look at those, because I usually do that before we talk about next week's game. Lincoln beat Peterborough 5-2. Bolton 0, Northampton 0, but that was enthralling. Cardiff beat Wigan 1-0. Huddersfield and Exeter was 2-2. Plymouth beat Burton 3-0. Reading beat Stockport 1-0, which is somewhat of a Wycombe beat AFC Wimbledon 2-0, and Blackpool lost at home against Bradford 2-1. Doncaster, Luton, Port Vale, Barnsley, Rotherham, Mansfield, Stevenage, Leyton Orient were postponed. So that leaves a fun table. Port Vale, obviously, down bottom of the pile, 18 points from 23. Then you've got Doncaster on 23 points, Rotherham on 24 points, and Burton slipping back into the relegation zone with 27 points. Then sitting just above them on 28 points is Richie Wellens, Leyton Orient. Hello, boys.
That cream is sitting really low.
Really slumped, didn't you? You scumbags. Then you've got Northampton on 29 points, just above them. Blackpool, 29 points, and Barnsley down in 17th. Boy, do I wish we had paid them already.
They have got about 4 games in hand on teams around them.
They do have 4 games in hand over the teams
but if you're not winning them,
below them.
Well,
but their last 6, lost, win, lost, draw. Yeah, I'm not convinced any of those 4 games in hand are going to put many points on the board there. Then you've got Plymouth, Wigan, Exeter, AFC Wimbledon, Peterborough, Mansfield, and Wycombe up to 10th. Then in 9th on 35 points, you've got Reading. Luton also on 35 points. Then you've got Stevenage just outside the playoffs on 37 points. We have 2 or 3 games in hand over the teams around us now. Stockport on 39 points. Bolton are on 39 points, and Huddersfield are on 39 points. So if we can match those 3 clubs' records over the next, say, 4 or 5 games, when we start reaching our rearranged fixtures, we only need a win to jump up to 4th. One win puts us 4th. So, I mean, it's still very much in our own hands.
It is. It is.
You'd have absolutely taken in the playoff picture after 20 games.
Yep.
25 games.
Absolutely. There is one more thing I want us to quickly do before we go, but I'll just finish the league table. Stockport, Bolton, Huddersfield above us on 39 points. Then you've got Bradford in 46 points. I mean, how we're 9 points behind them now is unbelievable. Lincoln in second on 48 points. And sitting top of the pile, obviously, Cardiff sitting on 51 points with a game in hand over most of the teams around them. So they're still sitting quite pretty. Lads, just for a second, just discuss that table.
I mean, that top three is pretty much like you'd be surprised if that changes now in terms of who's in there. Order might switch, but those top three feel like they're going to run away with it a bit this season. But those playoff spots are definitely up for grabs for what you could probably say from fourth all the way down to arguably ninth. You've got teams all battling out for those.
I mean, even 10th, Wycombe are only 2 points back, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's Wycombe, so I don't want to say they're in it.
That's absolutely fair.
I mean, what is it? Burton 27 points, and then Wycombe are on 33 in 10th. So between those 11 places, there is quite literally 6 points in it, which is mental.
So
it feels like this has been perennially true for a decade at least, but it's a really shit season to be a South Yorkshire football fan with. Rotherham 22nd, Barnsley 17, Sheffield Wednesday about to die a horrible death. It's grim times there. Unless I guess you're Bradford, in which case you're pissing yourselves laughing.
But for the first time in a decade.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to have a look at how our predictions are going because it's sort of the halfway point. So, at the moment, we've got 2 of the bottom 4, right?
That's not terrible.
Not in the correct positions, but they're there. So, our bottom 4 was AFC Wimbledon, Burton, Northampton, and Port Vale. We've got Vale,
Northampton are only out by a point or 2.
Yeah, we've got Vale and Burton there. And like you said, Northampton are only just outside of that. Not doing too badly there. Then we've got Exeter, Mansfield, and Bradford. We've got Bradford in 19th. 16 places difference so far.
Oh, maybe we just mistook them for Rotherham.
That's what it was, you know. Sure. Then we've got Doncaster, Peterborough, and Stevenage up to 15th. So Doncaster are second bottom at the moment. We had them 17th, and Peterborough are currently 12th. But they've had a bit of a resurgence of late. You know, they've picked up a good chunk of points recently. Since they lost to us, they've won 4, drawn 1, and lost 1. So
they were winning before we beat them as well, weren't they?
They were, yeah. They'd had a couple of wins, yeah.
Manager.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then Rotherham, Lincoln, Wigan, Orient, Barnsley up to 10th. None of them are remotely accurate. Wigan are only 3 places out, I suppose. And then we've got Reading in 9th. They're currently 9th. Wycombe in 8th. They're currently 10th. Bolton in 7th. They're currently 5th. Cardiff in 6th. They're 1st. Blackpool in 5th. They're 18th. Luton in 3rd. They're 8th. Huddersfield in 2nd. They're 4th. And Stockport in 1st. And they're 6th. So, you know, the top sort of 10 ain't too bad. A couple of poor predictions there, but for the most part, you know, they're in the right ballpark.
Oh, I had a stinker. I had Lincoln and Bradford in 14th and 15th.
I mean, I weirdly, even though some of them are quite accurate, if you look across the board at all of ours, none of them are very fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for me, we'd be further out on Luton for a start.
Yeah, for context on that, Jim, Pat put Luton last.
Oh, very good.
Just like he put Birmingham last season.
Fuck them.
I think it was both a protest at being forced to make predictions and a protest against just the arseholes coming down.
Pettiness I can fully get behind. Yeah.
For the people, Pat is for the people.
Pat is a man of the people. He's the champion of the yes.
The people's champion of predictions.
Yeah. I was going to make a rock pun, but I'm just not going to. Anyway, that's us for the evening. I've had enough of this.
Just before we go, just want to shout out the Stevenage women's team. Amazing performance yesterday. First game back after the break. 9 points clear at the top. Took apart a very decent St Albans side. It was good. It was a good watch as well. It's nice to watch a team getting the ball forward with a Stevenage shirt on, getting it forward quick with purpose.
Absolutely. The Devs one as well, which is nice. So there are at least two good Stevenage sides.
Yeah.
Who entertain.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's bleak, isn't it? Can't wait to do this next week when we got absolutely humped by Luton.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Ooh, right. I mean, for that comment, you're coming back. See you next week. Up the Borough.
Up the Borough.
Woo!
Oh God. Oh God, it's so bleak.
You can see it coming a mile off, can't you?
Yeah, I don't know if the live stream is